Good morning everyone, happy Monday and welcome back to another week of knitting vlog. If you're new here, my name's Hayley. I'm a nurse and knitter from Melbourne, Australia, and I do knitting podcasts and knitting vlogs on this channel. So if that sounds like your jam, feel free to hang around, subscribe, like this video, all of those good things. But I am off work this week until Sunday night. I have night shift at the end of the week and I have no plans. So I figured, why don't I do a vlog and share with you all the knitting that I get up to? Because if you saw my most recent podcast, you will have seen that I have a lot of big whips on the needles and I'm keen to get some things cast off this week. That's the plan anyway. I literally have nowhere to be, nowhere to go, except a couple of gym classes in the evenings. So I really have a lot of knitting time, which is awesome. So I'll show you what I'm going to knit on this morning. I'm just having my morning coffee as I always do. And I figured I might knit on my 1031 sweater by Ozetta. Let me get to the end of the row so I can actually show you properly. Oh, I'm at the start of a row. Okay, hold on. Now, you would have seen in my most recent podcast, I talked about this sweater quite a bit. I actually need to finish editing that podcast today and upload it. Usually I try to upload on Sunday mornings, just because that's when I like to watch YouTube, is on Sunday mornings, get all cozy on the couch and hunker down with a coffee and some knitting. But I really was keen to podcast yesterday. I didn't have a video going up, and I woke up just like really in the mood for it. So I filmed it yesterday, but I haven't finished editing it. So I want to edit that today and get it uploaded to you guys so you can see that. But you would have seen I spoke about this sweater. It was a really impulsive cast on yesterday morning, literally over my morning coffee, like I am doing here. And I'm knitting up using lincraft shadow marble yarn in the color Stormy. It suggests a 5mm needle to get 16 stitches in 23 rows, but I'm using a 6mm needle for this project and getting 17 stitches in 10 centimeters at the moment, unblocked. So do with that information what you will. I was using this yarn for my book club cardigan, which I have now decided to frog. I just don't think this is the right yarn for that project. I think I will knit it up eventually, but just not using this yarn. So I figured I might try and see how this yarn looks in stockinette. It does have weird gradient striping going on. And yeah, I said in my podcast, I'm just going to kind of let the yarn do what it wants to do. I was going to try helical knitting and see how that comes out. But I just can't be bothered, actually. It's a skill that I haven't learnt yet. I haven't tried it yet, helical knitting. I do want to try it eventually because I want to try some more like hand-dyed skeins and stuff like that. But yeah, I just couldn't be bothered doing that with this project. I just kind of want to see what happens. But yeah, the 1031 sweater looks really nice. It's really oversized, cozy. It's got a split hem, full all over stockinette. And the cuff ribbing is really long. So it just looks really like cozy and squishy and warm. So that's kind of what the vibe is with this sweater. Now I can hear what you're saying, Hayley, it's literally spring. Why are you casting on a sweater? I just felt like it. I'm not a huge summer knits person. I do have some on the needles at the moment, which I will be knitting on this week. But yeah, I just don't knit a lot of summer knits. I don't really enjoy working with plant fiber. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my jam. I prefer like wool and wool based blends, or like alpaca and things like that. So yeah, I'm not a huge summer knit person. So I do knit on sweaters and things throughout the summer, as hot as that gets. So yes, I have cast this on in the early days of spring. Now let me show you what it's looking like. So you can see what I mean by the striping. It makes these sort of gray zebra stripes, which I don't mind so much actually. Obviously as the rows get longer, the stripes get thinner, hence why the difference in the stripes there, because this is the back. It's a drop shoulder construction. So I finished the increases for the drop shoulder and now just working the straight stockinette part of the back yoke. And I'm hoping to finish the back yoke today. That would be awesome if I could get the back yoke done on that, and then I might put it down and work on something else. Yeah, knitting this week is going to be kind of chill, relaxed, taking it slow, but also trying to get some things on and off the needles. Other projects I'm working on are my Maxine sweater by Laura Penrose of Penrose Knits. That's a test knit, so I will be working on that this week, trying to get through some of the body. If I could finish the body this week, that would be awesome. What other whips am I working on? My dad's modified Moby man as well. I want to work on that and get some work in on that. I do want to join in the round at some point, hopefully maybe this week. That would be awesome too. So yeah, as I said, no plans. I have no plans today. The whole day is my own. I love days like this where it's literally like I have nothing to do except what I want to do. Obviously I have to do my laundry and, you know, wash my bed sheets and all of those fun adult things. But besides that, I can just relax. Some weeks I hate shift work, like last week with my night shifts. And then some weeks I love it because I have no work, because I've done all my work in the first week of the fortnight. So anyway, that's the plan for today. Relax, take it slow, enjoy this time off whilst I have it. And yeah, let's get into it.
Golden days drifting far away, light is leaving town, colors fade, but I'm thinking we stay just for a little while. Let's lose track of time, darling, stay for a little.
Good afternoon. It is 2 p.m. now, and I have actually had a really productive morning. I edited my podcast and got that uploaded, scheduled, and officially uploaded. So you guys will have seen that already a while ago now. And then I cleaned my house. I cleaned my kitchen, my bathroom. I cleaned my sheets and made my bed, fully productive. So now I am in the position. I have assumed the cozy position on the couch. I'm in my cozy spot and I'm knitting. I'm working on my 1031 sweater at the moment. Again, I don't know why I keep stopping in the middle of the row when I go to talk about things. But anyway, let me just pull these through then so I can show you. So this little marker is where I was in my podcast. This is what I've done so far. This is still the back yoke. So you can see it is super, super oversized. This is which shoulder is this? The right shoulder. And I'm just working down the straight part now, which is like the little armhole section on the back yoke. I have 8 more rows left to go on the back yoke. So I really want to finish that. And get that done this afternoon, which won't take me long at all. I'm catching up with some knitting podcasts. I'm currently watching Beth Glover, who is a British YouTuber, and she makes quite frequent knitting vlogs, which I really, really love. She does a lot of her own designs and makes up her own designs and patterns and stuff. So I'm watching her latest knitting vlog number 15 and having a coffee. I'm going to first finish this back yoke. And get that done, and then obviously put the stitches on hold so I'm ready to pick up for the left shoulder later tonight. But yeah, it's been really nice just not having to think about going places or needing to do anything. I keep sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, what do I have to do? No, I can't cast on a new project because, you know, I've got places to be and things to do. But I actually don't. So I can just sit and do what I want. I can cast on a new project if I want to. And I think I might. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just chilling in the cozy spot on the couch.
Summer nights, watch them go by as we fight off the cold. Holding you tight, you know just what I'm thinking. I don't want this moment to go. No, I don't want this moment to go. just lose track of time. Darling, stay for a little longer while I hold your time will wait. So just rest your head upon my shoulder, nothing in our way. It's colder but the day's not over yet.
I'm in the same spot. I haven't moved. I think it's like 6:45 now. I need to leave at 7:30 to go to a gym class, but I have pretty much finished the skein of this cotton that I was working with. This is all I have left. I put a stitch marker in where it was kind of like where the yarn was 3 times the length of the project, if that makes sense, because I assumed that was how much I would need for like a knit bind off, but it's way too short, and I think I'm gonna need to go buy another skein. Which is so annoying, but I think what I'll do is I'll literally just knit from that skein until I run out, because at this gauge, adding, I guess, that length to the body of this top will it won't be too long, hopefully. So I think tomorrow we will take a little trip to Spotlight to get some more of this yarn. I want to buy some more of this yarn in a different color as well to make a blouse #1 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. So it's fine that we're going to Spotlight. I wanted to go there anyway. But yes, someone in my in the comments of my podcast episode 10 said that I could, if I had any leftovers from this project, I could use that to make a scrunchie or like a headband, and I thought that was a genius idea. So I think if I have any white leftover from this top, I'll use it to make a scrunchie. I think that would be super cute. I've never knit a scrunchie before, so I feel like that would be super cute for the summer as well, to have in my hair, like a cute little white cotton scrunchie. So thank you to whoever that was who commented that. I really appreciate that idea, and I think I will be doing that. I think I might sign off for the evening here though. I've had a lovely afternoon sitting here on the couch knitting. I've just been catching up on a lot of YouTube, like podcasts and vlogs and stuff. And so that's been really nice. But as I said, I've got my gym class tonight and I won't be home until like 9:30, so I'll probably end up heading to bed pretty soon after that. So I'm going to sign off for today, and I will see you in the morning.
I first met you far and wide, how could I forget your bright eye when you told me your name? And tell me your favorite number, was this spell I'm under staring at the most beautiful girl. I wouldn't want to figure this out with anyone else but you. And I know you're lonely, but this song will have to do. I've searched for my whole life for love so true. Despite the distance, I'm right here with you. Awkward silence, late nights, walking through the garden.
Hello, good afternoon. This is not how I wanted to introduce Tuesday. I was having a really chill, relaxing day. I woke up with some wrist pain, which has resolved. I did some stretches, I did some massages as instructed by Mickey, and I put on some deep heat as well and just was resting it this morning. I did a lot of editing, I went for a walk, and then I started knitting on my Maxine, which was going great. I'm working on the body, was doing that. And then I found something in this ball of yarn. There was a little dark spot. I pulled the yarn back and there was a moth in there. Just chilling, just hanging about, living his best life in my ball of yarn. So I flicked him out, and after having a massive freak out, messaging Morgan, Mickey and Heidi, having a full breakdown over the fact that there could be moths in all my yarn laying eggs. Basically, I've disconnected this ball of yarn and I'm going to chuck it in the freezer in a clip seal bag. I'm going to freeze all my Bendigo Woolen Mills yarns as well, and just hope that there's nothing in my actual stash. I'm really upset about it. I've had a freak out. We're going to try and resolve it in the freezer. It means my Maxine is going on hold, which is kind of annoying, but we have to do what we have to do to protect the stash and protect the wool from the little invaders. Oh my God. This has never happened to me before. I've never had a moth or a bug problem. Downstairs here is like quite bright with sun, so I've never had this issue, but yes, Maxine is going on hold until the yarn is done freezing. I've got these big like clip seal bags and I'm literally gonna have to squeeze the balls into this to try and freeze it for a couple of days, which is really upsetting because I was really like ready to make some significant progress on my Maxine this week, but that's okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go do that to all the other balls of yarn, and then I have to go to my gym class, so I don't know if I will speak to you again this evening, but that's kind of my Tuesday. Nuts, absolutely nuts. Oh, I do have another update actually. One more update before I leave you. My 1031 sweater now has a front and I have connected for the neckline. And I'm loving how the gradient looks at this like row length, if that makes sense. I feel like that's what it's supposed to like look like, rather than that. But the rows are about to get longer again, so we're going to go back to stripes, I think. But yeah, so I made progress on that today as well, so that's a good time. But yeah, I feel like there's moths everywhere on me now. I'm like, ugh, grossed out. But yeah, that's been my Tuesday.
And I'm just excited for all these little knitting projects that I have planned and going on. Feel free to check out the bundle for more inspiration, for more decoration.
Good morning. Good afternoon. It's 1 p.m. Happy Wednesday. I've had a pretty chill morning. I had a really bad sleep last night. I just can't get back to sleep after doing night shifts. The recovery has been shocking, but I know I go back on nights on the weekends, so I'm not really fussed about it. I'm just letting myself rest and recharge in the way I need to. But this morning, the Summerly Knits Colourwork Cuff Club October chart came out. If you're unfamiliar with the Colourwork Cuff Club situation, it's a pattern organised by Summerly Knits. Basically, you make a one-off payment and you get a different colourwork motif for a base sock pattern every month. And that started in August. You can still buy the pattern, I believe, and still get the releases as they come out, and also the past 2 releases. But the one that I'm choosing to do, she released 2 again in October, and the one I'm choosing to do is the one with the little ghost motifs on it, which is super, super cute. And I have the perfect yarn in my stash. I am vlogging these socks, by the way, so I won't talk too much about them, but it's Great Southern Yarns, 100% merino 4-ply fingering, and this is the colour, the brown pot. It's just glorious. I've just been absolutely buzzing. Caked it up this morning. Can you believe that? It just looks insane in the cake, and I'm excited to see how it's going to knit up. I don't really know how it's going to look. I don't know if it's going to stripe or what it's going to do, but yeah. After the moth fiasco last night, I put everything in the freezer. All the Bendigo Woolen Mills yarns are in the freezer now. I'm going to leave them in there for a week. At the start of next week, I'll pull them out and hopefully I can start working on my Maxine again. But yes, that went in the freezer, and then I went to my gym class. I came home. I fell asleep watching Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows. So I really didn't do much in the evening, and I didn't knit at all when I got home. I still have a little bit of wrist pain, but it is resolving slowly. I'm just trying to take it easy. Knitting on this small gauge I don't think is helping. Today I don't really have any plans. It is a glorious day. It is like 20 or maybe 21 degrees Celsius, and it is sunny. It's gorgeous. It's like the perfect spring day. I think I'm just going to work on the ribbing of these socks. I'm using a 2.5 millimeter needle. The pattern suggests a 2.25 and then a 2.75 for the color work. But for my my August socks, I just use a 2.5 all around, and that did the job. So I think I'm just going to do the same thing here. I'm doing the size medium, by the way. And yeah, that's kind of what's happening today. No real plans. I do have the gym again tonight. So I don't know if I'll update you when I get back from that. Who knows? I want to finish watching Deathly Hallows Part 1 because I was enjoying that. But I did fall asleep. So I don't know where I got up to. That's what's happening today. Thank you for following along with me with whatever the hell is going on this week. I'll catch up with you later. Morning, happy Thursday. Yesterday was really chill. My plans fell through with my best friend, so we didn't end up catching up. So I spent the rest of the afternoon just relaxing. I did some laundry. And today is going to be another beautiful day. It's going to be 25 degrees today. With regards to my socks, you would have seen I was working on them last night whilst watching some Harry Potter, but I actually frogged it this morning. So I finished the colour work and I worked about 15 rows on the leg after the colour work. And I noticed that the colour pooling was just not very flattering. And I want to do this yarn justice. I want to do the yarn dye justice, and I want to show off this yarn in the best way possible. And I want socks that I'm going to enjoy looking at as much as wearing. So I've decided this morning that I'm going to frog it, which I have, and I'm going to try alternating skeins for the first time. I'm going to try carrying up, I think it's called, which is what I did on my Maxine with the main colour throughout the colour work. Or I have heard of helical knitting, which I don't know what is involved in that, so I might try that. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to alternate skeins. As I said, I'm vlogging the whole process for these socks, so I'm trying not to yap on too much about them in this vlog because I don't want to double up on everything I'm saying. I was a little worried about frogging them, but they worked up really quickly and the colour work goes by so quickly. So I'm going to be at the same stage by the end of today, if not further, on these socks than I was yesterday. So I'm not fussed about it. And there's no deadline for these. There's no rush. It's just for fun. And yeah, I'm excited to learn a new skill with this. So yeah, that's that. And that's kind of the plan for today. I have a little bit of uni work to do as always. I do study every single day. So I'm going to fit that in as well. But I'm happy to have you joining me. And yeah, today's going to be a chill day. So let's get into it. Hello, good afternoon. I have just come to Spotlight because I want to see if they have any more balls of the eco cotton in the colour white, because I want to get one ball of that to finish off my mini mock neck tank. I think that's what was causing my wrist pain, so I'll try not to rush it too much, but I am excited about the finished object, so I want to get it on and off the needles. But I also want to see if they have any other cotton for maybe a blouse number 1 by My Favourite Things Knitwear. I kind of want to use the eco cotton again. They have a really nice light blue colour, but we'll just have a look, see what's there. There might be some other brands that I want to try. I also want to see if they have any like cute Halloweeny decor. Nothing like too on the nose, but like, you know, some cute Halloween mugs or like pillowcase covers and things like that, sheets and whatever else. So I'm just gonna have a bit of a browse. I don't usually look in Spotlight for their homewares stuff, but I figured because I'm here, I might as well have a look. So let's go. They have the eco cotton in the blue colour that I was talking about, but I think I'm going to look at some of the other cottons that they have. The cotton selection is limited. There's Moby, and erikson, and then also like the Four Seasons, which is like the Spotlight brand. So I don't know. They have this Lion brand, Made with Love, like cotton, which I really like the look of. I like this colour in particular. But they have this one as well, which is like a hot cocoa colourway, this green one, this like mustardy yellow. I really like the look of this yarn. Maybe.
To my favorite tree, well, I'm offering a steady hand. I could be your security. There's no guarantee on anything.
Good afternoon. Happy Friday. It's been a busy few days. Yesterday you would have seen I went to Spotlight, and I wanted to show you what I got. I did have a look at some of their like homewaresy stuff, but they didn't have any cute Halloweeny or festive themed things. There was quite a lot of like Christmas pillows and stuff that was on clearance, but I wasn't interested in getting any of that, so I didn't buy any homewares, but I did buy some fabric to make some scrub tops. So I'll start with the Halloween fabrics that I bought. These were marked down 40% for like Spotlight VIP members, but this is the first one I got. It's like this spooky green fabric. It has witches hats, witches brooms, like tea, pumpkins, potions, and like mice and cats and stuff on it. Really cute Halloween fabric. I love it, and I think it's going to make a really cute scrub top. And I'm thinking with any leftover fabrics that I have from these, I'm going to make scrunchies as well to wear to work. I think that would just be super cute. Then I got this one here. So it's just a grey fabric with jack-o'-lanterns and black cats and bats all over it, and I really like that one as well. Then I got 2 non-Halloweeny fabrics. The first one is this like pale yellow Winnie the Pooh fabric. It's got Winnie the Pooh, it's got Eeyore, Tigger, and just like honey pots and Piglet, and really cute Winnie the Pooh themed things on it. And then I just got some bluey fabric. It's literally light blue with bluey all over it. I love bluey. I think it's super cute. It's one of those things that as an Australian, I'm so proud that it like went viral overseas and that people overseas have found it and love it. Yeah, that just makes me really proud as an Australian. Then I looked at yarn So you would have seen I was kind of deliberating between a couple of different cottons, and I did end up buying the Lion brand Made with Love, the cottony one, which is actually from the Tom Daley collection. So Tom Daley is the a British Olympian who went viral a couple of years ago at the Olympics for knitting during the Olympics, and he knit something up again this year. I think it was a sweater, and he released the pattern with Lion brand and also released a line of yarn. So this is the one I got. This is the color lychee white, and you would have seen there was like a hot chocolate one or something like that, and quite a few other colors. Now I was tossing up between doing like a creamy colored blouse number 1 or doing like a blue or like a coral pink blouse number 1. But when I was deciding what yarn to buy, I was really tossing up between all the colors, because I figured it's a top that I would want to be able to wear with jeans, as well as things like shorts and skirts in the summer. So I didn't want to pick anything that wouldn't look right with jeans. So I was thinking of doing a light blue blouse number 1, but I don't like wearing light blue tops with light blue denim jeans, which is all that I own. So I was like, that's not going to work. So I was really trying to find a color that would really fit well into my wardrobe. I'm really trying to focus on that with my knitting at the moment, so that I can make pieces that I would actually wear. So that's why I got this cream one. I bought 3 balls of this. I don't think it's going to be enough. I didn't do any of the yarn math whilst I was there, but I do need to knit up a gauge swatch before I cast this on, just to see what needle size I get gauge with, and I can do all the yarn math then, and then decide if I have enough and then go from there. So yeah, I got that, and then I did buy another ball of the Eco Cotton by Annette Erikson in the color white to finish my mini mock neck tank, and then possibly knit up a scrunchie or something with if I have leftovers. So that's all the yarn I bought, and then I bought an Addy 3mm metal needle. This is on a 60 centimeter cord. Yeah, I was looking at the needles and I was like, what needle size do I not have that I should probably get? And I was like, I don't really have 3mm needles. So yeah, I was like, I will get one of those. Especially because I'm doing more sock knitting. I just want to have more of those smaller sizes available so that I can use them more frequently, if that makes sense. So I bought that as well. So that's everything I got from Spotlight. Then I would have told you yesterday that I frogged my October Colourwork Cuff Club socks. I recast them on, and I have been alternating skeins, and I am back to where I was at 2 days ago when I first knit these up, and I'm loving them so much more. I love the way the ghosts look. So I'm alternating skeins, which is making a really nice striping of the yarn colors. I really am obsessed with that. It looks so much better than the color pooling. And then I really like the way the ghosts look as well. I ended up holding this white yarn double, and that really helped as well with making the colorwork more stretchy, and it fits a lot easier over my foot as well. I saw on Instagram that Addie from Knits by AJ had cast on these socks, and she had used her main color yarn for the faces of the ghosts, rather than you doing 3-stranded colorwork or duplicate stitch. And I just thought that was absolutely genius. So I copied her idea. And so I just used the background color or the main color for the faces of the ghosts, and I think they look perfect. You can tell what they are. I was a bit worried that like in some of the spots where it's like yellow, you wouldn't be able to really see, but I think when you look at the sock as a whole, you can see that they're ghosts, and you can see that they're the ghost faces. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving these. So then this morning I woke up quite late again. Again, sleep is evading me, really struggling to get to sleep. Not a vibe, but that's okay. So I woke up at 9 this morning, and I was in a bit of a rush because I was meeting some of my friends at the driving range at 10. Usually we go to Yarra Bend, but today we tried a different place. I've never been there, but the friends I went with had. It's called Morak public golf course in Vermont South. So it was only like 15-20 minutes from me, and it was beautifully done. I think they renovated or upgraded it fairly recently, maybe within the last year, and yeah, it's stunning. The bays are so fantastic. They're sort of like closed off bays with tables in each bay. Definitely check out Morak Public Golf Course and their driving range and mini golf, because it's beautiful there, absolutely gorgeous. And it was a great day for it. The clouds are coming over now and it's gonna rain tonight. So I'm glad that we went this morning. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. I'm home now. Yesterday evening I didn't knit at all. My best friend came over and we had Chinese food for dinner, and we both did some work on our honours theses, and I did a little bit of knitting while she was here, but we were mainly just chatting and hanging out. So this evening my plan is to stay inside. I really want to just chill, do my own thing, be in my own space, not talk to anybody. I feel like I've been a little bit all over the place this week, but I really want to give myself the grace to just sit down and be on my own and do what I want to do without making myself feel bad for not doing anything, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna relax for the rest of the day.
Work the 1x1 ribbed neckband before you then switch the needle size and then go straight into the lace motif. But I was worried that that was going to cause the neckband to stretch out over time.
Hello. It's been, I don't even know how long it's been, maybe an hour. I've just been watching some Cozy K streams. She's streaming the new, well, I guess the preview of the game, Tales of the Shire, which is like a cozy, I guess, Animal Crossing-esque, Stardew Valley-esque game set in Middle Earth, and basically you're a hobbit and you go about your little cozy life. So she's been playing the preview that comes out in March, by the way, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna get it on Switch. I think it comes out on PC, Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, everything, I think. But I'll link all the information for that below. But I also have joined my Moby man in the round. Now I think I might try this on for you. Okay, here we are. I don't know if I think I mentioned in some previous podcasts, but for this sweater, my dad didn't want any ease at all. He wanted it to basically be 0 positive ease, and his bust measurement and his waist measurement, so all the way down, is the same. It's just over 100 centimeters, which is basically the same as my bust measurement. So trying this on, this is pretty much the fit that he wants. And it's great that I can try it on and be like, yeah, it fits over a 100 centimeter bust, so therefore it's going to fit the way he wants it to, which is great. It's very convenient. I did cast on 5 extra stitches under each underarm. In the pattern, it doesn't tell you to cast on any stitches when you join in the round, but I just felt like it. I just thought it just needed a little something. So yeah, that's that. It's joined in the round, which is awesome. That was one of my goals for this week and I've achieved it. So that's fantastic. Now it's just working the body in the round until it's long enough. So yeah, that's that, which is great. That's all I've been working on. And I think I'm going to continue working on it this evening. I actually just had an idea. I might knit up a gauge swatch for the blouse number 1 using the Made with Love yarn. Yeah, I might do that now actually. Just for a quick little stockinette situation, and just see if I get gauge with this yarn, because if it's not going to work I might as well just return it, because I have a lot of things in my stash that I want to knit on anyway, and I can always put this blouse number 1 on hold. It's not an urgent knit project, so we'll see if I can get gauge. If not, we'll scrap that idea. So I've just knit up half of the swatch, and it looks fine. I love the fabric at this gauge, but I am over, so my swatch is too large. This is on a 5mm needle. I'm getting 17 stitches in 4 inches, and I need 19 stitches in 4 inches. And I like this fabric, and I think if I go down to a 4.5mm needle, I'm not going to like it as much. And also this yarn is quite round. I mean, it is quite thick, and I don't think a 4.5 would be very comfortable for my hands with this yarn. Do I frog it? Do I make something else with it? I'm not really sure. Like, do I return the yarn? I don't really want to have like 3 balls of random cotton acrylic blend in my stash. I kind of want to be buying yarn with a purpose at the moment. So I think I might see if I can return this yarn tomorrow, which is a shame, but honestly, I'd rather be investing in yarns that I know I'm definitely going to be using for projects rather than having more yarn in my stash that I don't know what to do with. I'll see if I can return it. I don't actually know what Spotlight's return policies are with yarn. I really do like the feel of this yarn. I highly recommend it. It's lovely. It's very soft, very easy to work with. It's like very round. It's not splitty at all. So I would recommend it if you're looking for like an affordable budget cotton yarn. It was $12 per ball, I believe. There we go. That didn't work. So I am going to grab my 1031 sweater and I'm going to do some work on that. I am watching Deathly Hallows Part 2. What more could I want? I might go put my pajamas on soon and get cozy. Afternoon. It's like 4 p.m. now and it is pretty much pitch black because welcome to Melbourne. We had beautiful days of sunshine and now it is absolutely pouring with rain. We're in the middle of a thunderstorm, so if you hear loud banging, it's literally thunder. There's hail, there's lightning. Earlier all my windows were rattling with the wind, so that's a good time. I had quite a busy morning. I was at the gym for quite a while, and then one of my friends came over. So now I'm finally sitting down to relax for the day. I did get up to some knitting last night. Let me show you. Oh, there's a big flash of lightning just then. The main thing that I worked on yesterday evening was my 1031 sweater. It's thunder. It's scary. I'm glad I'm not outside. Anyway, 1031 sweater, here we are. I am vlogging this whole process, so I will explain all of this striping and madness and everything in that vlog, so keep an eye out for that. But I did join in the round, but then I actually picked up for the collar because there's so many stitches on my needles and yeah, it's just endless body. So I picked up stitches for the neckline and I did 1 row of the neckline ribbing, but I've decided that I'm going to put this down for the rest of this week. My god, the whole apartment building is like rattling. I'll show you what it looks like outside in a second. But the other thing I worked on yesterday, which I did show you that I joined in the round, was my Moby sweater man. It's looking stunning and it's slow moving now because there's so many stitches on the needles, but I did change to a larger circumference cable so that it makes life a bit easier. And the sizing's looking good. I did speak to my dad about what kind of collar he wanted, and he wants quite a thick double folded collar, so the thunder is insane. So yeah, I'm going to pick up stitches for that. I think I'm going to do the collar using a 4mm needle because I'm using a 5mm for the body. I think that will just give it that right amount of cinch and plushiness, you know, to the collar that would suit this sweater. I'm in love with it. I really, really adore this pattern. This is exactly what I would imagine when I think of like a grandpa sweater. So yeah, I was working on that last night and this morning. I was watching Kingsman last night. but I didn't finish it. I went to bed at like 1 a.m. So I didn't finish the movie. So maybe I'll finish that and then pick something else cozy to watch whilst it absolutely chucks it down outside. Okay, let me show you because this is crazy. But yes, I'm gonna get crazy now, watch a movie and do some knitting. I will catch up with you later.
Late night strolling, far from home and horizon looking like a sunset dream. Midnight talking, water crashing, evening feeling like a postcard scene. 'Cause it's just us two, dancing with the moon, my arms wrapped around you.
Good afternoon, almost 2 p.m. I stayed up last night because obviously I go back to night shift tonight. So I was up until 4:30 this morning, and then I've just slept in as long as possible. So I've only been up for like maybe an hour. And I have decided I'm going to make a scrub top this morning. Now, I've done some damage. These blue scrubs are the theatre scrubs that we have at the hospital that I work at. They're like disposable scrubs that they have down in the operating theatres, and I have heaps of them. So I decided to rip a top apart because I really like the way that these fit. They're like oversized, they're loose on the whole body, like from top to bottom, they're not fitted anywhere. So different from the scrub top patterns that I have bought previously. And I literally just ripped them apart. I tried to seam rip down here somewhere, but I gave up very quickly because all the edges are all overlocked and sewn down twice and the seams are all, yeah. So I just decided to cut them, and I'm going to test it out and see if I can reverse engineer this top into a scrub top that I can wear. I've never ever like reverse engineered anything this way before. So this is completely an experiment. This is literally me just making stuff up and just hoping that it'll kind of come together. I'm not fussed if it doesn't work. Like I have some scrub tops that I made previously using the spotlight patterns that I bought, and they don't fit perfectly, but I still wear them because it's just work. Like I'm a nurse. I'm not doing, you know, very fancy things with my day, so I don't have to look perfect. Anyway, rambling. I'm going to iron my fabric now, but I think the way this is constructed, this is the back panel. So very typical like top pattern, and the sleeves like aren't super deep. The armholes, I mean, aren't super deep, which I like. And then the front panel was like a almost straight across rectangle, because then there's these two like shoulder panels that go here that shape for the neckline. And then the neckline was in 3 pieces. So there was the back, and then there was these 2 pieces that like crisscrossed at the front. So I'm going to try and replicate that, because the fabric that I buy for my scrub tops is like, it's cotton, so it doesn't stretch at all. Whereas the patterns that I have are supposed to be for jersey fabric. So the necklines I've had to modify for non-stretchy fabrics. So I feel like this pattern, like this shape of neckline, is going to work a lot better for the stiffer fabrics that I have. Oh, and then here's obviously the sleeves, which is shaped like that. So yeah, I'm just going to iron all of these pieces that I've cut up, iron my fabrics, and then get cutting, which is my least favorite part of sewing. I hate cutting out the pattern pieces. I just feel like it takes so long, and I'm like, I just want to get sewing. So once all the pieces are cut out, I'll be able to actually do the fun part. Good afternoon. Happy Monday. I've just got up after sleeping this morning. I forgot as well, I was supposed to wake up to try and buy Formula One Melbourne Grand Prix tickets, but I forgot to set my alarm, and my boyfriend Callum forgot as well. So we haven't got any tickets. We might try and get some GA tickets, but anyway, that's a conversation for another time. So yeah, I woke up, realized that we had missed out on getting tickets, and then couldn't get back to sleep. So and I just wanted to close out this vlog and recap all the knitting that I did this week. I feel like this was a really long week. I really don't remember much of what happened this week. It was nice to just relax, but I think as well, like, it was hard for me to allow myself to just sit and knit this week. I don't really know why. But let's quickly recap. I will recap the things that I made the most progress on. So obviously my October Colourwork Cuff Club socks. I have not done any more rows on these. I just need to start the heel now. So I think I'm going to do that tonight at work. So that's that project. Then this week I also cast on my 1031 sweater by Ozetta, which you would have seen quite a bit on. I haven't done any more rows on the body for this or the neckline. I've just done one row for the neckline. Yes. Now, the thing I've made the most progress on is my modified Moby man for my dad. But I did finish up the double folded collar. I ended up only doing 23 rows for the double folded collar because 25 was going to be too much. It was just going to look a bit weird. And even when stretched out, this still looks quite tall. Obviously, this is unblocked, so keep that in mind. But here she is. Oh my God. Let me see if I can move you down a little bit. Here we are. So yeah, I worked on the body a little bit. I think I told you I cast on extra stitches here just to give the arms a little bit more ease. But it's hard to imagine like when it will be blocked, but it's looking fan-flippin-tastic and I'm so happy. I'm loving it and I think my dad's gonna love it too. And I really want one for myself. I want to pick a different yarn. I just don't know which one I want to do. If you have any suggestions actually for the Moby sweater, like nice yarns that have quite a bit of drape after blocking, I just because the cables have so much structure, I just want something that's going to bloom and is just going to like drop and will still be quite flowy. I don't want it to be like a chunky piece that like sits on my body. So if you have any suggestions for that kind of yarn for the Moby sweater, let me know in the comments. But I think the collar is a good height because if we remember, my dad is, you know, a man, so this will fit differently on him to me. But I just can think like when this is blocked out, like, it looks so good. All right, let me get this off. I just rounded out this video and I realized I forgot to show you my scrub top. So let me show you that. Now I did wear this last night, so it has had its first run, but here it is. I'll show you up close. So as I said yesterday, I ripped apart one of the theatre scrubs for the pattern and it turned out great. I definitely want to make like a proper like paper pattern that I can reuse over and over for this one, and definitely start doing like some overlocked edges and finishes and stuff. But it came out great. There's a couple things that aren't perfect. It has a V-neck neckline, and it does have these two shoulder panels here, and it has a split hem. There we go. I wasn't initially going to do the split hem, but when I tried it on, I realized it was really oversized. It was fine. And then it got to my hips and it was really tight. I was like, okay, I'm going to need to put a split hem in this. So I literally just seam ripped up the side and then just sewed up and then sewed a line. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there. Sewed a line across just to make sure that seam didn't rip all the way up the top. Things I want to improve for next time, as always, I just want to improve my finishing on sewing. Nothing ever looks perfect. There's always like threads hanging out, or like, you know, my seams are never like perfect all the way along. I am a little bit of a perfectionist, but sometimes with sewing I get a bit impatient and I just kind of just want to finish it and have the finished object. So I don't spend a lot of time on my finishing when I really should. Also, next time I want to put in a little tab here, just to hang like pens and my ID and stuff on. I just find those tabs really helpful and really useful having them there. I also didn't put any pockets on this one. I do want to try doing a chest pocket with a pen pocket as well. Also, the neckline doesn't line up with each other. So you can see that's the front neckline placket there, and that's the back. And you can see there's a significant difference. So again, that's just a finishing thing and just like a perfectionism thing, something that I just need to practice. And also, this side's really bad. Here's the front and that's the back. So literally like over an inch difference in where they should line up together. So, but that's like, and you can see there, like, what is that? Anyway, but that's also like perfecting the pattern pieces as well. I literally ripped the top apart, laid those pieces down on my fabric and just went with my like roller cutter thing that you use for quilting, literally, and just went around it with like a rough, that's like 2 centimeters seam allowance. So I really just want to perfect the pattern and really make a neat version of this top. But it worked. It was perfect. It fit perfectly, exactly how I wanted it to. It was not tight in any places. The sleeves are the perfect width. Like, it was not uncomfortable. Yeah, I'm so happy with this. So just goes to show, sometimes you just need to reverse engineer your sewing stuff. But yes, that is my other finished object. Let's go back to Hayley in the past saying goodbye. So yes, that's all my knitting from this week. I think I'll round it out here. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Remember to check out my Instagram. It's linked down below. It's just Hayley Space on Instagram, because I post a lot of updates on there all over Instagram stories. So definitely go check that out. Definitely subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. And remember to like this video as well. It helps me find other like-minded crafters like yourself to share my knitting adventures with. But yeah, I hope you're safe and well wherever you are. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.